A lot of you guys thinking that, yo, maybe I should get into the sneaker game, but yo, look, it's a lot of fun and games until you get down to the real nitty gritty about being a sneakerhead. And if you want to find out about the pros and cons, this video is for you.
All this darkness, I'm just searching for the light.
We are back. Alright, Wagwan YouTube, welcome back to the page, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to an episode of STV, Squint TV. How you guys doing? Wagwan, let's run it. In this video, we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of being a sneakerhead, because everybody wanna be a sneakerhead because they think this is fun. They think this is all fun and games, but nah. Have you ever woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning trying to set up some bots? Have you ever woke up at 10 o'clock in the morning hurrying up, scrambling to find your phone just to take a L on the sneakers app? Nah, you haven't, right? Well, welcome to our life. Welcome to how it is being a sneakerhead, taking L's every minute, having a headache, because it's crazy. Having sneakers is fun and all. Like, having this whole collection behind me is great, but is the time, the concentration, and the pressure. Not really the pressure, because you don't have to do this. Nobody's holding a gun to your head saying, yo, buy sneakers, man, you buy them. Nobody. One of the biggest pros of being a sneakerhead is that you get to express yourself. Like these sneakers behind me, every different sneaker express how you're feeling throughout that day. Let's say that you're feeling gloomy that day. You get to wear a pair of Shadows, Royals, any gray type of sneaker or blue just to match your outfit to show your mood for the day. Expressing yourself through footwear and clothing is a great way of self-expression, and trust me, wearing sneakers helps you figure out who you are. The only thing is, you run into so much headaches trying to figure out who you are. Not only are you having stress buying certain clothing, now you having stress to buy certain shoes. And it's not that you're stressful buying the shoes, you're the stressful trying to buy the shoes because you take so much L's. But expression of self is definitely, I want to say, a pro, but then the headache and the stress that come with sneakers, definitely a con. Because the headache to wake up, get a sneaker, take a L, having to save up to buy a sneaker, resell, even though you don't want to, but you really love the sneaker, and now you're going crazy, is a lot for people. Now, the next pro and con I want to say is one that I truly stand by, like I truly believe, is going to be that you meet so much amazing people. Yes, pro number 2 is that you meet so many beautiful, amazing, talented people when it comes to sneakers and fashion. But the sneakerhead type of people that you find is crazy. Like, you get to meet so many people who have so many different like shoe wear style. You get your Jordan heads, your Nike heads, your Yeezy heads, your Adidas heads, your Puma heads, and now your New Balance heads. And it's so crazy seeing how everybody dressed different and how they fit into different kind of subcultures within the sneaker world. That right there is crazy. And if you guys are a part of a certain subculture, please let me know. The one big subculture that everybody do know about is, I want to say, the hipsters, and then you have your hype beasts, then you have your traditional sneakerhead, then you have your old heads, your OG. Me, I don't fall into hype beasts, I don't fall into the old heads. I don't know where I fall into my little subcategory, but that's pretty fun to find out too, which also goes back to I want to say number 1, which was the self-expression. You get to find your group, and it's fun. However, having good relationships in the sneaker world could also lead to bad relationships. We're talking about friends who start buying sneakers the same time, loving sneakers the same time, and then you guys started reselling. Let's say friend A finds out some info and didn't tell friend B. You know how bad that is? Just because greed, when greed comes into the sneaker world, I think that's when stuff goes down. It goes, ugh. Everybody just hate when greed plays a big factor in you being a sneakerhead. Greed not only about you keeping information for yourself to buy certain sneakers that's dropping, but greed to greed like showing off. Like if you buy, let's say, the J Balvins, and you're only buying them because they're going for $600, you show off on your friend like, yo bro, you don't got these, ha ha ha. That is never good. You kill a lot of your friendships because of greed. And that is a part of the sneaker game. So if you could fight that, if you could keep your friends near and dear with you in this whole sneaker culture, is amazing. But you do get that moment when things go south. Now another pro that I would say that goes along with number one is like you get to elevate your style. The deeper you go into the sneaker world, the deeper you figure out what my style is. If you guys don't know the difference between style and fashion, I have a video. I'll link that in the descriptions below, or I'll just have like a card right here and you can press it and go check it out. But I really broke down the difference between style and fashion. And when you start being a sneakerhead, you understand the difference and you start learning your own style. You have your skaters, you have your thrifters, you have your streetwear heads. Streetwear style, streetwear fashion goes hand in hand with the sneaker world, and that is great. But once again, it goes down to the money. You will be breaking your piggy bank every single minute when you become a sneakerhead. That's just a fact. And I don't want to say that's a con, but it really is, because let's say you're like me. If you're really stuck on one sneaker, but the price keep going up and up and up, after a while you're not gonna care. After a while you're gonna be like, you know what? Forget it. Here's $500. Give me those sneakers because I really want them. And there's a lot of people who's way more disciplined than I am, and they're able to see a sneaker, not get it for retail, can't get it for, I want to say $100 above retail, and then they just say forget it. Me, there is no forget it. If I want a shoe, I want a shoe, and that is definitely a con because you're spending so much money on this right here. Now the funnest part of being a sneakerhead is that chase, that hunt for sneakers. But you're not just chasing a sneaker. What you're doing is actually collecting history. For instance, this shoe right here, this is Tinker's actually first design. This shoe actually came out before the Air Max 1. It didn't release before the Air Max 1, but this is the actual shoe he drew up before the Air Max 1. A lot of people never even seen this shoe before. This is the Air Max 0. This is the shoe before the 1. This is the shoe before the 1. So before he made this shoe right here, he actually drew up this shoe. This is a part of Nike's history, and it's like to have it in my collection, both these shoes in my collection, is an amazing thing. You're holding on to history. Yes, they're gonna repeat this shoe over and over, but they haven't dropped the Air Max 0 in how long? It's been about 4 years. Yeah, 4 years since they dropped the Air Max 0. Who said they're bringing this back? Now I have a part of history that will never come back. When these came out, the streets was going frenzy. You guys may not know this shoe, but you could also be an OG head that has never seen the shoe because you're not an Air Max guy. So drop your comment down below and let me know what is your pros and cons of being a sneakerhead. For me, the biggest one and my favorite one is gonna be just collecting history. The only thing with collecting history though is that you technically become a hoarder. Like if you start collecting everything but you don't wear nothing, then it's like you're just collecting and collecting and collecting, which is fine. You could be a collector, but there's a difference between a collector and a hoarder. A hoarder is very bad, and I almost fell down that realm. I was buying everything that came out. Any sneaker that I like, I am buying it, and then I had to catch myself. Squid, easy, brother, stop. So I learned to collect stuff I actually like and actually love, and that's going to be part of history and how my collection could tell a story, and not just buying things because, oh, the color purple is cool, I think I want this pair of sneakers. I honestly just did four each, 4 pros and 4 cons, because there's a whole bunch more. But I want to have you guys comment down below and tell me your experience with being a sneakerhead. Are you guys having fun? If you're new to this, wagwan, press that subscribe button and become part of the STV fanbo, because over here it's pretty great. Only thing I have to say is that who is to blame with how the state of sneakers is going right now? I think my next video is gonna be like, what's wrong with the sneaker world? Or I wanna say, is sneaker world dying? Now, it's weird to say that when I'm making a video about the pros and cons, but there's a lot of new sneakerheads that's just in the game just to wear sneakers, to buy sneakers. And you guys are technically not even a sneakerhead. You're just a casual wearer of sneakers. But because the name and the title is so popular, you cast it upon yourself and call you a sneakerhead. So I just wanted to show you the pros and cons that you'll run into while going down this lane, if you know what I mean. But yo, love, manners, and always respect, guys. Like I said, comment down below and tell me your pros and cons. Besides that, I'm out. Next video coming soon.